They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Crabtree that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Out to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Well, after that pickup of the first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Jackson rolling to his left. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Freeman again, a first down carry. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 62 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down. Near the 40-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Get up!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's taken down inside the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Brandon Carr there to make the stop. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the runner.
Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On second down, Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Get up!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Again, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, 280, 125. Gun.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
54, south. 36.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way out to the 46. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
20.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got this down to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this one brought in by Sanu. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
22.
A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Ready. Blue, ready.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Looking middle, and that's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Jackson on first down, buying time to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
From the gun, Jackson steps away. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
On third down, Jackson forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Jackson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on fire. This will be 3rd and 19. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.